Hi, I'm Leslie Meredith with Breakbulk Events and Media, and I'm here in Houston at Breakbulk Americas and joined by John Foster from AIIS, and we're here to talk about steel. What's
Favorite subject.
Yeah, well, I know it's yours, and it's one of mine too. So, what's going on, John? I know you did a press conference today. You had a exhibitor or a trade presentation. What's going on right now?
Well, we are here really to kind of spread the gospel. There's an awful lot of what we think is perhaps a little overzealous protectionism going on in steel right now against imports. The AIIS is now a 120 member company that represents literally the entire steel supply chain. Many people who are here at this conference, from stevedores, union and non-union, to rail, truck, barge, steamship companies, customs brokers, anybody who his livelihoods depends on imported steel is now in some semblance of jeopardy with some of the trade actions that are in play right now. We have a circumvention case against in Vietnam, certain products coming out of Vietnam, and probably the big dog is the Section 232 investigation that the Department of Commerce is investigating.
What does that mean? Tell me what
Section
that is.
232 is an investigation that was ordered by the Trump administration to look into steel imports as they may hurt the United States in terms of national security. And this is, we are very adamant that the national security aspect of it, quite with all due respect, has been debunked early on, and that by this Department of Commerce's own reports, only 3% of steel goes into our nation's security network.
All right.
Number one.
Okay.
Number two, the next national security argument was that the steel mills in the United States are in jeopardy, essentially, of going out of business or not having enough steel production capacity to satisfy our national security. And we've, again, with all due respect, tried to point out that the steel mills overall in this country have made money since 2009, and the top 5 of the top 6 steel companies made over $500 million in the first quarter of this year. So they're running at about 70.
Are they at capacity? Are they getting close
That's
to
an
capacity?
excellent question. I was just going to get to that.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Okay.
I'm glad you asked. The steel mills are running somewhere around 72 to 74% of overall capacity utilization. But we had a slide in one of our presentations that shows that the overall manufacturing in the United States is running right at 75% of capacity. So our argument is that the steel industry doesn't have an import problem, it's more of just an economy problem. They're running no more or less than the rest of the manufacturing community in this country.
So you'd like to not have these extra restrictions on imported steel? Is that what you're?
That is true. I mean,
Okay.
we, as the AIIS, we fully uphold all of the trade laws in this country. We, as an industry, and we as an organization, strongly support a strong domestic steel industry.
Absolutely.
Because it's not only good for the country, it actually benefits the AIIS. The stronger the steel industry is, the better our imports are going to be. And we truly want a strong domestic steel industry. But they're already 40% of all the protectionist anti-dumping and countervailing duty cases on their Federal Register today. And to add more protectionism to an industry that, quite frankly, is not doing as bad as a lot of people seem to think, it's going to hurt more people downstream. We are really pushing what's called the retaliation aspect of it, that if Section 232 penalties were to be put on steel imports,
Yes.
we've already been told by other countries that they are going to retaliate, and primarily is going to go into the agricultural sector. We saw this happen back in 2000 and 2001. You start preventing our steel from exporting to your country, we might not want to buy your soybeans, rice, chicken, pork, etc. And we saw it happen before, and we can assure you they've already said it would happen again. So
All right.
it's a difficult thing. Again, we're not here to discount the importance of the United States steelworker. I worked in the domestic
Yes.
industry my first 16 years. I have a huge respect for that. We want that to go well, but restricting imports is not the answer to any problems right now.
So those who feel the same way, what can they do?
As I mentioned last year, and as they have come on, come join us at AIIS. We have been the leading edge of a voice for anybody that deals in imported steel as well as exports. Our stevedores handle exports, which is
Sure.
about 13% of steel production these days, as they do imports. So come on, join us. We need your support. We want to do what's right for the overall United States economy.